Hello and welcome to It Was a Movie. I'm Colin,
And I'm Niall.
and this is Random Movie 1399, a Metacritic's all-time movie list. It is School of Rock from 2003, runs for 109 minutes, directed by Richard Linklater. He of Boyhood and any other movie you remember him directing? That's all I remember.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Writer is Mike White, who we said obviously stars as Ned Schneebly, the real one in this movie. He's well
It's
known
not the
now.
fake Ned.
No, he's well known now for writing The White Lotus, which is very successful. Obviously stars Jack Black as the main character, Dewey Finn / Ned Schneebly, Joan Cusack as Principal Mullins, Sarah Silverman as Patty DeMarco, and a bunch of kids. Should we start off on a somber note and get it over with and then move on to the happiness of the movie?
Go for it.
The boy who played Freddie, the drummer, he died in 2021. He was on a bicycle and got hit by a car.
Yeah, it's pretty grim, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So moving swiftly on.
That's the end of the review.
Yeah. Well, they did a 10-year reunion and he was there for it. This was 2003, so they did two.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Obviously, age changes us in many ways, but it's still a good show. They did the songs and it was still fun. And finally, the bass player got a solo. I don't know if you watched the end credits with them jamming in their new
I
School
didn't
of
sit
Rock.
through the whole lot of it. I assumed it would just continue in the same vein.
Yeah, everybody did a solo, and you're just waiting for the bass player to get her turn. And Jack didn't give her a turn doing a bass solo, but she does it in the 10-year reunion, so that was nice.
Because he's an asshole.
You just totally forgot. Budget was 35 million and it raked in 131 million. Metascore of 82 and a user score of 7.9. Jack Black was nominated for Best Actor, Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes, but strangely enough, lost to Bill Murray for Lost in Translation. Is that a comedy? Is that a musical?
Who knows? Who knows? Listen, he can't compare to Bill. I'm sorry. You might like Jack, but Bill Murray's just a Hollywood legend.
Yeah, I think the Golden Globes were just like trying to fit Murray in somewhere so we can get a win after being out in the cold for a few decades. I think that's my opinion.
Possibly.
He did win Best Comedic Performance at the MTV Movie Awards, so that's something.
Yeah, but that's the MTV Music Awards. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but I'm sure he turned up and did a funny dance and did something.
He was Jack Black.
Yeah, Mike White basically wrote this movie because he lived beside Jack Black and knew what he could do, and he pretty much wrote it for him. And the movie is made for Jack Black.
Yeah, it's basically Jack Black
Being
as Jack Black.
Yeah.
But that's why it kind of works. He's not trying to do anything fancy.
No,
He's just being himself.
It's everything you've seen him do in Tenacious D albums, talking about heavy metal will save your soul and stick it to the man and everything.
Not the first time he played this specific character with a Cusack either.
High Fidelity.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
We surprised everybody when he opened his trap and could sing.
There you go. He's got a great voice. I saw them live. Did you see Tenacious D live?
Tenacious D, I have not seen them live. I would have loved to see them live. I think that opportunity is now kaput.
Kyle opened his mouth down in Australia at some point last year, and they said, "Okay, we need to stop Tenacious D for a while."
Yeah,
they're good. Sorry, excuse me. Formulaic movie, would you call it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's the standard arc. To be honest, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not an amazing movie. It's not going to change your life. It is a formulaic movie. It's he's a chancer lad who has got nothing going for him. He finds meaning with a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
everybody's happy. Hooray!
Hooray! Yeah, it has the smooth arc of a normal movie. I think Richard Linklater didn't really want to do it, and he added in some things which made him happy, and so it's like, all right, okay, let's do it. Let's do that then. That's fine.
It's fine. Listen, it's kind of a kids movie.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a decent kids movie. As an adult watching this with kids, you'd be like, fair enough. I can chuckle at a bit bit every now and then, and the music's pretty decent. So
It's definitely not a laugh out loud minute comedy.
no,
It's sort of, and then it's wrapped up very neatly at the end, where all the parents suddenly go, "Oh my god,
I know.
he wasn't
Oh my
fiddling my
god, you guys
kid."
are. In fairness, I did chuckle at that super cheesy line about touching kids.
Your kids
I
have
still
touched
chuckled.
me, and I'm pretty sure I've touched them.
It's a terrible line, and you shouldn't laugh at it because it's not really funny. But I found it funny.
It is
It's very lowbrow.
because Dewey's an idiot. He's a loser,
Complete idiot loser, yeah.
and as a teacher, I was totally cringing through the entire thing. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's no way he would ever get away with this. Lark.
No, but then it's not supposed to be a believable movie.
No,
Not
but I think this is one of Richard Linklater's things. He basically said, right, well, we have to soundproof the room so at least the audience will think we've thought about the other classes hearing music.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do with a couple of t-shirts rolled up.
Yeah.
Not with an amp and a bunch of lads running around with drums. Yeah.
Yeah. He like from the first scene you get a sense of who Dewey Finn is. He's a wannabe rock star. He has this band called No Vacancy, and he is playing a gig, and he's a cringe fest basically.
Yeah, he gets kicked from. Well, he doesn't get kicked straight away.
Yeah, but he does.
He tries to steal the show.
Yeah.
By guitar solos left, right, and center, and then stage diving for no particular reason.
Onto concrete.
Which I understand why he got kicked.
Yeah, he's a bit of an arrogant twit, and he thinks he is Mr. Rock and Roll. Yeah. So he lives with Ned Schneebly and his.
Love Ned in this.
He's good. Like Mike.
Sarah Silverman.
Like Mike White's a perfectly good actor as well as a writer. Obviously, he has a look on his face of a dweeb constantly in the roles he plays, and that's just fine. That's what he should be playing.
It got him a career. I wouldn't complain if I was him.
No. So he's a freeloading off them, and basically instead of selling his range of guitars, he impersonates Ned Schneebly to
Mr.
be a
S.
sub. Yeah, to be a substitute teacher. And so he heads to that school, and you get like the kids are so well behaved, it's ridiculous.
Well, it's a super mega posh school where the parents are paying 15 grand a month or something.
Doesn't matter. Kids are kids.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Kids are always going to be a-holes.
I've worked in many schools where the parents have paid more per year, and it doesn't matter. Kids are kids. They're not going to sit in a row as a idiot substitute teacher comes in and just wait for him to say stuff. But so what do you think of the kids then? Do they drive the movie, or are they just bystanders to the movie?
I'll be honest, I found them more bystander than driving. A couple of kids are kind of interesting. Summer's interesting. She's got a bit of character to her.
She's got more lines than anybody else in the kids. Like the bass player doesn't have any lines, literally.
Yeah, that's kind of sucky. She plays the bass though, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Guy on keyboard is kind of stiff, but I think that's intentional.
It's very intentional. I read that that's who he is. In real life, he said, "I don't think I should be playing this," and in the movie, he does the same.
I don't think I should be playing this. Yeah. So in that respect, it works. So the kids not being super slick kind of it helps the movie. It is Jack Black running around the place, and there's some kids in the background.
Yeah, of course, Miranda Cosgrove, who played Summer, she went on to big things. I think she's iCarly, is she? Some one of those Nickelodeon things.
Yeah, she's made the money. So.
Yeah, it's like everybody else. I had to look up last night who was where, and that's how I found out that Kevin Clark had passed away. I think the bass player.
She's done a bit.
She actually speaks out now on like the horrendousness of child fame. She was not happy basically for a while with different problems. Rivka Reyes, but she looks like she's doing well now. And actually, two kids, I think Martha, Caitlin Hale, and the chubby guy, they got married in real life.
Get away!
And everybody went apart from Jack Black basically
because he's an asshole.
He sent his regrets. I read.
Can't go. I've got loads of money.
Can't go. I'm working on everything while you guys are not working. So he comes into the classroom and he's got this chaotic energy in contrast with all the straightforward, straight-laced
Yeah.
students. And of course, Principal Mullins is played by Joan Cusack, is a straight-laced, forward and serious person, and it's all in contrast to chaotic Dewey masquerading as Schneebly, and that's sort of what I think. I could go deeper into it. I think there could be a lot more scenes with Joan and Jack inside the school. I think there's a lot. It's a very much band rehearsal in the classroom, a lot, and lots of little scenes, which is
Pretty much the
fine,
movie.
but that's
Yeah.
the movie, really.
And Ms. Cusack is quite a good actress, so it is a shame that she doesn't get a chance to get her teeth into something a bit more than the lady with a stick up her butt
Yeah,
who gets drunk once and
right.
loses all her inhibitions, which is, a bit, again, formulaic.
Yeah, and like Dewey's quite 2D in a sense. Like he's played well by Jack, and he's fun, but it's Jack Black. If you know about him, you know about him, and that's what you're going to get. You're going to get the leg kicks. You're going to get the scatting. You're going to get the guitar, the fake guitar solos. You're going to get the rock history lessons. I just don't. Yeah, it's, as I said, it's quite formulaic. At times, it doesn't really affect. It is an enjoyable movie, but I think it's quite formulaic in the character portrayal and also the plot. Dewey's motivation to form a band is purely
Oh, he's an
selfish,
asshole, yeah.
but when he gets to the end, there's this sort of, it's up in the air. Like, what is he? Like, he's kind of disappointed at the end, and then the kids are going, "Hey, that doesn't matter. We rocked out."
He doesn't learn the lesson; they do so much. But I think there is some redemption to his arc in that at the end of it, he's given up on being a superstar rock guy and just starts teaching kids how to rock, how to play music. And so does what I like is that his friend also, Mr. Schneebly, the real Mr. Schneebly, gets to teach the kids too, the younger kids.
Yeah, and I noticed like it's their apartment. That's the studio. It's like I just kind of copped it on.
Sarah's been kicked to the curb is basically my take on that.
Sarah Silverman was a stick up the butt as well.
She certainly is. Yeah. Or was.
She was the man as well. What about that? What about that stick it to the man speech? Is that good? Is that fun?
It's to be honest, it kind of does describe a little bit of what rock and roll means in my head, anyway, at a very cartoonish level.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it. It's a bit cheesy.
Yeah, it's again surface level stuff, but he does use rock as this driving force for rebellion and sticking it to the man.
I'm all in for that, yeah.
But then he basically just, there's lots of different montages of him just teaching the history of rock and other stuff. I think they could really have gone into it a bit more. Like a lot of the side student actors have little jobs. The only one that really gets Summer has a big role to play, and she's good because then she goes, groupies?
I'm not a good. I know what groupies do.
Yeah, that was good. That's a good scene.
Yeah, I researched it on the internet. Yeah. I know what they do.
So that's that's how she became the manager of that place. But like you've got the boy who does the costumes who's playing it very camply. I don't think Mike White was very happy with that portrayal, to be honest with you.
It was a bit much.
It's a little bit much.
Today, in our sensibilities, it's a little bit overly camped up.
It reminded me of the character, and I don't know, have you watched Curb Your Enthusiasm a lot of all episodes?
Just a bit in pieces, not all of them.
There's an episode where he's dating a woman with a small boy who's quite camp, and Larry picks up on this and buys him a sewing machine, and the mother is going, "Why did you get him a sewing machine?" And Larry just gives her a knowing look. Mm-hmm. And it's very much like this character, actually. It reminded me a lot like this character. But again, okay, it's interspersed maybe 2 or 3 times that, okay, here's an outfit, and it's like, no way, man, those outfits suck. And then at the end, it's like, I've got you a school outfit like Angus Young from AC/DC. And then the kid with the lights is just has a moment to shine at the end when he does the lights, and I don't really know about him during the entire movie.
He may have said 2 or 3 words prior to that, but yeah, if you're not in the band and you're not the manager, it kind of sucks to be you.
Yeah.
to be honest. Like you had the roadies who their job was to check to see if any teachers were coming.
Right. Yeah.
That's it.
And even when they went to the rehearsal halfway through the thing where they actually got the invite then to the last thing, they all carried their own instruments. They weren't even, the roadies didn't do anything. Everybody carried everything.
Yeah, yeah. Now, in fairness, they are tiny roadies, so they
Yeah.
wouldn't be very good at carrying all the instruments.
So Tamika turns from a roadie into a backup singer, and Zach is a lead guitarist, and both of them are not very confident kids in different ways. Zach, because of his parents, his
Dad being an
dad's,
a-hole,
yeah, he's a bit of an
an
a-hole.
overbearing a-hole.
And Tamika's not confident of her appearance, and blah blah blah. So it's another train of a plot through the movie, but quite
The
light as
mad trope
well.
is
Yeah, it's
the
very,
not being
yeah,
confident to sing. Like, in fairness, a movie called Sing did the exact same thing with a large elephant. Um, yeah, it's a trope. Again, it's surface level, so I don't care.
yeah. And you know the culminations of both those sort of things is like Tamika just saying, "I don't want to go on," and Jack Black going, "You know who
You can
else?
do it,
Yeah,
man.
you know who else is fat? Me. I'm
Me.
fat." And then she's like, "Okay, I'll go on."
But you're not helping, Jack.
Yeah, yeah.
You're rotten.
Yeah. So I think if you're looking for a serious sort of emotional arc of kids, you have to watch probably
Anything else?
anything else regarding teachers
Just not.
empowering kids.
Yeah.
Just go in for this if you like heavy metal or hard rock and Jack Black.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. There was a nice little scene I thought though with Zach when Zach is in the car park and his dad's giving a guff to him, and the Dewey sees this, and he does set up a subtle way of buoying him up a little bit, but shouting at things and what really ticks you off. So he does get into him a little bit there, and there's a little bit of a sort of like cathartic sort of screaming session after that, which I kind of like. That's the deepest this movie gets,
yeah.
and that's not deep.
No, no. And the only real tension ever when Mrs. Mullins comes in, because if you don't know this already, every class he does is pretty much a music lesson, and it really pisses me off because it's not realistic.
He's not covering the syllabus.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I loved when she just introduced him to the class and she said, "Curriculum's on the desk." Like that to a sub is just ridiculous. You can't look at a curriculum documentation and go, "Okay, now we're going to do this." It's lesson plans you need as a sub, not a curriculum. But anyway, I digress.
Again, this movie is surface level.
Yeah. Principal Mullen, the only tension that ever comes from Principal Mullen coming in is when they spy her coming. They hide everything away, and he has to improvise a maths lesson playing guitar. And is it funny? Not
No,
really.
it wasn't really much of a maths lesson. So what's 3 minus 4 minus 1? That's
Yeah.
not. They're too old for that.
Yeah. And then as the principal, she's coming into him going E equals MC squared on the blackboard. It's like,
It's a bit of a jump between 4 or 3 minus 4.
yeah, it's a little bit. We're thinking about it too much, but hey,
We are
this
very much
is,
so.
yeah.
On the other side of it, I actually found it interesting that they bothered to, even though the lesser roles given to the band, such as roadie, such as manager, and all that stuff, and lighting, at least they go a little bit into the logistics behind what goes on in a gig for a rock and roll band. So
Right.
that's interesting. At least a little bit of a look behind the curtains. I thought that was nice. Again, surface level.
Yeah, and like throughout the movie, he references different, like he gives CDs of classic rock bands as homework and stuff like that. So you do get the sense of there's something to his teaching. He just wants them to succeed in
He
the
he
rock
is an
group.
expert in one field. In fairness,
Yes.
he really knows it inside and out. Everything else, he's a complete
Yeah.
gob.
He had a Cannibal Corpse sticker on his window. That was a deep, deep cut.
Very deep cut.
Kind of out of his range, though. He's kind of liking classical stuff. Trash
In
metal.
fairness, he had a eclectic. He understood, Aretha Franklin and all this stuff. So he understands history and side alleys of rock.
Yeah. So So one of the sort of tools he uses throughout the movie is to just use Mrs. Mullins because he hears that she got drunk to Stevie Nicks once and stood up on a table. So he brings her for a beer, and the minute she has one beer, she's like, "Hey,
Yeah, he sticks on the Stevie Nicks on
ooh,
the
baby,
jukebox.
ooh." Yeah,
By the way, we're gonna bring the kids to a gig. Yeah.
that okay?
She's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Woo! I've had a quarter beer.
yeah, exactly. So not, yeah,
Yeah.
very quick transformation of her from. But she does have a sort of revent in the van then on the way home. I didn't know if they're going to kiss or not. I couldn't remember if they actually
I'm
got
glad they didn't.
true.
It wouldn't fit well.
I think it was in an original script that they would be romantically involved.
Miss Cusick went, nah, you're okay.
But yeah, but would it have added a bit more depth to it if they were like seeing each other, and this would have been a bit more of a
I don't think the only way I would have liked that if it was in the end scene.
oh, that they got together in the end scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what about if they'd got together on that night and then they were like hidden relationship and then he was betraying her like big time? Probably don't have a lot of time for that sort of development, I guess.
I don't know. I prefer they didn't. Me personally, anyway. Movie's long enough. It wasn't necessary. I think this movie's better off being surface level, if that makes any sense. I
Yeah.
like the two-dimensionalness of it almost.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that's actually succeeds, but you have to plot holes in it a little bit just to sort of critique it a bit, you know, to see where it could be improved. At parent night, it's just embarrassing. It's cringe moment when he's
I touched your children. I'd like to think I touched your children. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure I touched them.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think that's what he says. Something like that. Anyway, they're all looking. But the way he's
Your children
describing
touched me.
the way he's describing all the subjects as well, it's just so cringe. So
I taught them maths,
French, Latin.
And French, Latin. I think I said Latin before.
Yeah. Any questions?
But meanwhile, the cop's outside chatting to Miss Mullins, and he's like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, you know, it's so.
Damn you, Sarah Silverman.
If we're analyzing his motive here, is he an a-hole for stealing Schneebly's identity in a sense? Again, it's very surface level because they don't even ask him for ID or anything, so that's a bit sus.
Is he an a-hole for doing that? Oh, absolutely. Could he have gone to jail for it in the real world? Probably.
Yeah, but he creates a business afterwards. He doesn't even have an issue afterwards.
I only slightly kidnapped your children.
Yeah, that's a funny part actually when
they self-kidnapped though, so that's okay.
That's true. They're sitting in a room going, "Oh, he was fake. He lied about everything." Yeah, let's go to the Battle of the Bands anyway. Let's get him. All right.
I kind of got behind that. The story decision.
The children took it to the man.
Yeah, they took it to the man. I mean, F it, we're out of here.
And the man was the bus driver.
All of these last 3 weeks were not in vain. I want to be a rock and roll star. Yeah. God dang it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I like the way all the parents are in the Miss Mullins' office. Then she comes back and goes, "We've lost all your children."
No big news. Yeah. It's funny. I like her delivery of that line. It's fantastic. Big smile on the face.
Yeah. Yeah. So they go to the obviously. Oh, of course, Zach, the guitarist, penned this song that they choose at the end. It's a great song. It's a nice song, catchy song.
It's actually quite a good song.
You know the way. You know what I like about the music throughout it that the kids are playing. It's real. Like it's not like when he plays that on his lead guitar. It's rusty and it's pretty janky.
And that's what you want. Like you got that garage feel to it because it's garage style playing.
It's not a musical.
If it was clean and if it was produced, it would annoy the living crap out of me.
Yeah, like a solid G chord played perfectly. Yeah. No, but it was janky. It was metallic. It was twangy. I liked that it was kids playing. And then when they played the concert, it sounded cool.
Yeah, obviously it's been a bit more produced for the concert.
Yes, yeah.
That said, it's not super super refined, so it's got that crunchiness which I like. It feels real.
Yeah.
It feels like they actually played it instead of session musicians.
Yeah, no, it was good. I like the way when the parents come in, they have to buy tickets. They just get stopped. It's like, tickets are over there. It's kind of funny. Let's just buy
my heart
tickets.
bleeds for you. You still have to buy tickets.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. But of course, it's formulaic, and they just stand there going, "Your kid's pretty talented. So is yours."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to charging up on stage and dragging them off.
You get out of bucket.
Beating the living crap out of
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Yeah. You touch my kid.
That's what I would expect to happen. In fact, I'd expect he would have been shot nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much. This movie would not have happened.
No.
But
still, it's a Hollywood ending. You know, they
course.
succeed, they're fantastic, but they don't win.
No, and that's a good one. I think as well. I can't remember. I read something about it that I can't remember, but it's a good turn.
It is a good turn, but it shows that the kids have learned something that even he himself didn't learn at that point.
Yeah,
it wasn't about them winning. It was about rocking.
He rocked. And then,
but he wanted to bloody well win and shove it to the other guys. You know,
yeah, shoving it to the men in his old band.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah,
yeah. He's still a child compared to his kids he's teaching.
Yeah, it just shows the kids actually learned more than he did, and the things that they learned wasn't. Yeah, it was a catalyst of what he introduced to them, but it was their sort of growing agency that sort of allowed them to think about, oh, like we've done something great here. But then the crowd yell for them, so they go out and do an encore anyway.
An encore, yeah.
So it's like they won after all.
Yep. They well, apart from the 20 grand.
Yeah. I do like the way that when they do introduce Zach's song and everything, he's like going, no, we play your song. It's the best song. It's great. It's I think, but you sing it though. Of course, Jack Black has to sing it, of course. But yeah, I just,
well, in fairness, he's got a voice, and Zach sounded a bit too.
Yeah, it couldn't
crap.
have been.
Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, he couldn't really have carried that one off. But it's great that in the end, the student wrote the song, and Dewey basically went, "I'm not good. You are."
He accepts his mediocrity.
Accept his fate as a jam session
musician, but not a rock and roll star.
Exactly.
So he does learn, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think it's a decent arc for him. He's a-hole for 99% of this movie, and then
he's slightly less delusional by the end.
Slightly less. But to be honest with you, though, it's Schneebly teaching the kids in one room and him just jamming the hell out with his little children friends. Yeah. Summer is taking
not touching them.
Not touching them. Summer is taking phone calls in the way, and
yeah, she's taking bookings. Yeah, you stop trying to lowball me here.
Yeah.
So she learned an awful lot.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be the next president, as he said. That's the one thing. Yeah, he tried to, I thought that was a pretty nice reaction when he basically said, "No, I'm not a teacher." At the parents' night, it was like, "I'm not a teacher," but he picked out a couple of students and said a couple of nice things about them.
He didn't mention anything about the groupies, though. Good move, I guess.
That goes along with the touching, so it's like,
yeah. Best groupie ever.
Yes. I'm gonna get you, sucker. I don't know how he ran out of there and they didn't catch him. Anyway.
Yeah, he would have been shot, let's be honest.
Yeah.
There's a cop he's carrying, and he had to go back and get his guns. Oh, not his guns, his guitars. So, yeah, he would have been shot.
Do you think that Mrs. Principal Mullins will have changed after this? We see her going gaga at the end, going, "That was amazing." Like, we don't even see any sort of evolution of her character.
No.
And no closure.
No closure with her. She doesn't change. I wonder if she keep her job. I imagine she got fired.
Most likely.
You should get fired if you hire a substitute teacher who isn't a substitute teacher.
No background checks, no ID checks, nothing.
Yeah.
She lost something along the way. As she said, when she was a little bit drunk, she was
I used to be cool. I used to be fun.
Exactly. When you get into a serious role and you have to look after hundreds of kids, she has to be this straight-laced, prim and proper, by the book person.
Which is true, I guess.
Yeah. Did we miss anything?
No, Not really. Not really. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the little shallow arc.
Shallow
Hal
arc, shallow hollow arc. It's another shallow movie, but quite entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. Again, with a shallow arc.
Yeah. I'm just going
Yeah,
through my
it's
notes I wrote along the way. There is a couple of one-liners I kind of smirked at. I like the fact that the first day he goes in, he says, "I'm hungover," and Freddie, I think it's Freddie the drummer, goes, "That means you're
you're an
drunk.
alcoholic.
It means you're drunk." And Dewey goes, "No, it means I was
And it
drunk
means
yesterday."
I was drunk. Yeah, yeah, but you're an alcoholic.
I like that Schneebly's old band was called Maggot's Death, like Megadeth.
Yeah,
I like when he asked the girls to come up with names of the band. They come up with shitty names, and then when the principal comes, they go pig rectum. That was okay. That was funny. Yeah, go away.
yeah. Shut up.
Yeah,
It's a great name, by the way. But go away.
I like when he sits with the teachers and starts doing "Children of the Future." It's a line from one of the songs. Can't remember. "Greatest Love of All" by Whitney Houston. We are children of the future. What else? I don't know. I like the Immigrant Song was played. That was good.
Well,
Led Zeppelin.
any lead is appreciated. That's actually that is my favorite Zeppelin song as well.
Yeah. When they go in to do the rehearsal and they get shafted, I like when they says they're terminal and they're all posing outside sick. It's quite nice too.
Which again, credit to Summer, doing her job as the manager.
Summer is a good character. She disappears for a lot of the movie, but she has a lot of facial reactions throughout the movie of disdain of Dewey's decisions and things he's doing.
Because she's smart and he's not.
Pretty much. And he admits, he said she's going to be president of the United States. Oh, and she's going to be iCarly in Nickelodeon. Good movie. Like, obviously, we like rock and heavy metal. I don't know if that helps.
I believe it does. If I was a techno head, I probably wouldn't associate with all the tunes playing throughout the movie, and even the practice sessions I found enjoyable, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
But that's because I love what they're practicing. So perhaps that adds an awful lot to somebody who's into rock.
Yeah, I do like it the way when he starts picking on people, because he sees them in the music room doing their music lesson, and he picks them back in the lesson. He brings all his instruments in unrealistically, but he does famous metal riffs with them all at the start and then gets them together.
And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Not only is that Smoke in the Water, it's also Beavis and Butthead.
All sorts of things clambering together.
All the memories jumping back into my head.
Yeah, exactly. Also, there was one line I remembered from watching it first, and I think the first time I watched it, I laughed at it, and this time it's like, that's funny. It's like, those who can't teach, those who can't teach Jim, which is quite funny. Hey, and then they're all laughing.
What are you joshing with you? What are you joshing with you?
Yeah. Formulaic plot, so I can only give it 2.75, I guess.
Again, I haven't running down. So
Neither have I. I'm just thinking about it now.
Yeah, I will concur with you. I can't really think of a reason to go lower. And I certainly can't think of a reason to go higher in the plot.
No. Like acting, it's
fine.
It's general. I could push it to 3. I haven't decided yet. That might be a bit high. 2.75 could be
generous. I'm going to give it 2.5.
Okay, I'll give 2.75.
There's not much to be acted. It's Jack Black being himself, so I can't award him points for being Jack Black.
Yeah,
it feels cheap, and there's not much else that is done acting wise apart from maybe Summer, and Ms. Cusack doesn't get much of a role other than a 2-dimensional librarian style character.
I think the kids are mainly kids, just kind of regurgitating lines, like, which is good because it gives them that sense of realness.
Yeah.
So if they're more polished, it might be shittier.
Yeah. So the acting not being amazing does not hold this back.
No.
In my head.
No. Soundtrack, like, you gotta give it up in the 3s. I just don't know. Maybe 3.5. I think. I'm
thinking 3.5 as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go higher.
No. It's
Um,
not, well, the School of Rock song is original,
and
and
it's pretty good,
that's
but
good.
then it's not going to blow my socks off. I'm not going to run out and buy the album.
No, no. And production as well. Like, it's like, what can we say? There's nothing really of note. But I'm not going to give. I'll give it 2.75 just because.
I'll give it a 3 because
Okay.
I enjoy the rock show at the end.
Yeah, it's fine. It wasn't the best rock show portrayed in movie history, but
It's a battle of the bands. It's supposed to look a bit crap.
yeah, I actually thought I was going to look at some trivia and see that a lot of those bands were like famous bands, but they weren't. I just thought,
No, I went googling for that as well. I couldn't
yeah,
find anything interesting.
yeah. Lawrence Topman in the Charlotte Observer gave it 50 and said, "Somewhere inside school lurks a heartwarming or hilarious movie, perhaps both." James Berard Donnelly gave it 50 as well. In Real Views, he said, "Feel good tripe, a string of cliches lashed together by a formulaic plot that features underwritten characters and sitcom-style humor." I kind of agree with him, but I'm not going to hate the movie for that.
That's not necessarily a horrible thing.
Underwritten's a
though.
good way of putting it, and we're not clever enough to have said that previously. Like, as we said, a lot of characters don't get written into the plot a lot because there's too many of them.
They don't. But
Like, they choose Zach and they choose Tamika to be the sort of arcs of the two students that
they're still very flat.
they're very flat. Lights Boy doesn't get anything until the end. Martha,
Time to shine.
the two other girl singers don't get any sort of story. Summer gets the story at the start by being clever.
And she just turns up every now and then and saves the day over and over again.
Yeah, and says a couple of things and has some facial reactions to Jack doing stupid stuff. But
her best bet is definitely the conversation. She grabs him in the car park and goes, I'm not one of those girls.
Yeah, it's a good one. I did see Roger Ebert did say something here. I think he gave it 88 out of 100. He said, "If quirky, independent, grown-up outsider filmmakers set out to make a family movie, this is the kind of movie they would make," and they did. That was 88. The best one is Entertainment Weekly. Owen Gleiberman gave it 100. The School of Rock was made by gifted veterans of the American indie scene, but it's still the most unlikely great movie of the year.
Great seems like a stretch, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I didn't read much about Jack Black's improvisation. I'm guessing some parts were improvised, but then really like solidified in the script. I don't think he would have do it on the fly.
Yeah, but he's the sort of character you don't want to nail down too much either, because his manic nature is kind of what you're selling.
Yeah, I think when I went to Tenacious D, they tend to do the same in between songs banter, and because I like to look up YouTube videos of bands before I see them, and they did exactly what they do every night. They have the same scripted thing. So I'm thinking Jack Black, he is a gifted ad-libber and just stuff, but I think he appreciates a polished script.
Yeah, well, you can refine your script as you go along. So when something hits and something lands with comedic effect, don't throw that away. Use it again.
Yeah. Imagine Robin Williams in this role. Is that too much?
Williams could rock.
Is that too much? Could he have pulled it off?
No. He's got the energy. He's got the manic nature. I don't think he's got the voice, and I can't see him doing AC/DC.
Never know. He could do it.
True. Well, we never will know.
We never will know, sadly. All right, well, let's stage dive off this episode.
Hopefully somebody catches us.
Hopefully somebody catches us, because we'll come back next week. We're going to get, we are looking at movie 14,089 on Metacritic's all-time movie list. I don't know if you might like this one. You definitely know it. It's Underworld from 2003.
Vampires and such?
That's right. Kate Beckinsale.
Oh, okay. I have watched this.
Yeah, I've watched it back in. This actually came out the same year as School of Rock.
I remember her wearing PVC and leather and stuff like that.
It was very appealing. It was very appealing.
As a young man, going, oh.
Yes, and they made many versions of this movie after it. But
unfortunately, this is the best of them.
Most likely the best of them.
I've seen 2 more.
I think I've seen.
I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, I'm guessing one of them might have like digital blood in it. Like, it's got that sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
The short summary is Underworld reimagines vampires as a secretive clan of modern aristocratic sophisticates whose mortal enemies are the Lycans, werewolves, a shrewd gang of street thugs who prowl the city's underbelly. So yes, we have Kate Beckinsale, Michael
It
Sheen's in
definitely has
it.
an aesthetic.
Our
So
our friend Bill Nye is in it. I couldn't remember
I
him being
love
in
Bill
it.
Nye.
Yeah. Yes, I think if we were going to get one of the many movies in this list, it probably, hopefully, it would be this one. But I'm not holding any
Down at the
hopes.
14,000s, and we hit that. I'm not that upset.
Yeah, you
It's not a
dodged.
good movie, I don't think. It's been an awful long time since I've seen it. But, it turn your brain off, action ahoy.
Yeah, dodged the bullet. The guy Len Wiseman directed this, and before he did this, he said, "This is an
Len
interesting."
Grossman.
No,
That would have been awesome.
literally, fuck your own face. It's an interesting one. So again, we're getting this sort of range of movies where somebody in another department becomes a director. So this guy did 4 movies before this one in the art department, but these movies were Stargate, Independence Day, Men in Black, and Godzilla.
Oh, wow.
So then
Okay.
he directed and wrote this one, Underworld. Then he did Evolution. Then he did Live Free or Die Hard, which I think is an okay
It's an okay movie.
movie.
I actually quite enjoyed Evolution as well.
Okay, then after that, he's done all the Underworlds, basically. Underworld Rise of the Lycans, Underworld Awakens. Then he did the Total Recall 2012 one.
Oh,
I never watched
really?
that.
I haven't seen it either, and I don't want to.
No. I think the last Underworld he did was produce, he didn't directly produce, writer, Underworld Blood Wars. Then he directed a Ballerina this year,
The John Wick movie.
John Wick spin-off, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about it, unfortunately.
59 Metascore. It's better than this one. This is a Metascore of 42, but a user score of 7.1. There's a good following of Underworld, mainly Kate Beckinsale fans.
Yeah, it's the seller here, really, isn't it?
I've never watched it in 75-inch TV screen HQ, so looking forward to it.
Makes a difference.
Yes. That's okay. I just saw that Danny McBride was a writer. That's not the actor Danny McBride, is a fellow writer. It's like, what the hell?
Oh, that would be amazing if that was true.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it'll be an interesting little watch. I'm guessing we'll be critical of some parts, but maybe it's entertaining. So
I can't see myself hating it, but then it's been an awful long time.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of vampire v werewolf type movies. Vampire and especially vampire movies in general, like it's just never really done well. And I can imagine, I remember this one. This came out after Matrix, I'm guessing. Yeah, 2003. This is after Matrix.
A similar aesthetic,
Very much so, and trying to be
ways.
the Matrix. With, I hope it's not dark throughout the entire movie, because I have a feeling it's a very dark movie.
Kind of is, if I remember correctly.
But I think this is before a
Well,
lot
it's
of
vampire.
digital. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. But I think this is before a lot of digital enhancements. So I don't think they had the digital technologies to actually shoot everything crazy
I'm kind of
dark.
like yourself. There haven't been many vampire movies I've enjoyed. I enjoyed Blade 1
Blade,
back in the day.
yeah.
Wesley Snipes, fantastic. And I liked Interview with a Vampire. Everything else, rubbish.
Interview with the Vampire, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't go out of my way to watch vampire movies, but Kate Beckinsale,
Very tight.
I'll do it. PVC.
Pants, yeah.
Yeah.
PVC,
No worries.
whatever it is.
Yeah. All right, so that'll be episode 124, Underworld from 2003. We hope you will join us then. Bye bye. Rock on.
Ta-ra.